previously on Pirates Travels. I'm going on holiday for my 40th birthday.
Now then, it's been a while since I've uploaded some videos to the channel. I had a little bit of issues with editing software, so it's taken a little bit of time to get used to some new software. So, hope you enjoy this next video, and I'll see you in a bit. Previously on Pirates Travels.
I'm going on holiday for my 40th birthday.
In Orlando, Florida.
What the? Is that King's Cross? What the hell's King's Cross Station doing in Orlando? Whoa!
Walking down to Universal City Walk, just between the two theme parks. I can just see Velocicoaster going around. Oh, there we go.
Oh man. That is epic.
Now then, welcome to day 4 of Pirates Travels in Orlando, Florida. So I'm back at Universal today, and I'm here for a rather special one, booked on a VIP experience. So it's a VIP tour around both Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure, and you go behind the scenes of everything you see at Universal, as well as getting on rides as well, even faster than Express Pass. So you actually go through the backstage areas to get to the front of the queue. Now you do need your regular park ticket, and you have to have a park-to-park ticket that'll get you into both studios and islands, but it also comes with free buffet breakfast and valet parking as well. So I've already checked in and had breakfast. I'll show you where you have the breakfast. It's at Cafe La Bamba, just at the end of Hollywood section of Universal. So as well as the VIP tour and the expedited ride access, after the tour's finished, the pass is also valid for unlimited express. So you can use it on as many rides as you want, as many times as you want, apart from Hagrid's, which doesn't offer express. It also gives you 10% discount on all merchandise for that day. So as you come into Hollywood from the park entrance, Cafe La Bamba is down this way, and they really have gone to town on the theming for Hollywood. We've got stars for the Hollywood Walk of Fame, so there's Shirley MacLaine there, Lee Majors, Anne Margaret, Dean Martin. And checking at the front of the park, next to guest services, there is a big sign saying Universal VIP experience. So you go in there, you check in. Like I say, they give you your lanyard, and then you're shown out into the back of Hollywood and come down to Cafe La Bamba. So Transformers is just over there to the left hand side, and Cafe La Bamba is just at, like I say, at the corner of Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street. And then going to Cafe La Bamba for complimentary buffet breakfast, and it also includes lunch as well.
He was the creative consultant for Universal Studios when we opened up in the 90s. He envisioned, when creating all of this park,
to kind of have it in the eyes of the camera in mind. So you may notice that New York City is over here, but then you have Central Park, kind of like what it would be if you were actually in New York City. So you're able to look over and see, oh, there's the city skyline. And if you look over, you've got the nice Central Park little floor.
That's really like that. Is this supposed to be the
Yeah, so this is all New York City. The different sections that we have are New York, then you have San Francisco. Back of the park, you have like our World Expo area, kind of, you know, with Men in Black. You've got Back to the Future. And then obviously we have the London area with Diagon Alley. And then the front of the park, Hollywood. And then, unfortunately, no. The Simpsons took place that in the early 2010s. Harry Potter. Way back in 2014. King Kong rides the Mummy right at the front of the park. Confrontation.
Yeah, the last time that I came, I think it was about 2 or 3 days after Back to the Future closed.
Oh man.
But I came 3 years previous, and I rode it then.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That was one of the rides I never got to do, even growing up here.
Yeah.
It must have been amazing getting to ride that.
Yeah. So glad I managed to be able to do it before it actually closed.
Right. Were you able to do Jaws as well?
Yeah, I did Jaws as well.
I envy you so much. Well, I came at a very weird time. My first time coming to Universal, I came right when Back to the Future had closed, and then Jaws was under refurbishment.
Yeah.
So the only like sort of old ride that's not here anymore that I was able to do was it Jimmy Neutron's Nicktoons Blast, and of course Disaster as well, which was very cool.
Yeah, I think Disaster it'd been renamed from Earthquake at that.
Yeah, it was like Earthquake, then Disaster, and then now another Disaster, Fast and Furious.
Yeah. The queue's fantastic, the experience, polarizing.
Yeah, I will say, I've had some guests on tour that talk about Fast and Furious, and they're like, that was the best ride we did today. And you know what? You're here at a theme park to have fun and enjoy it in whatever way you would like. So, it's interesting. The train is having some technical issues. Not to worry, we're gonna start our day over in Diagon Alley then. Their first ride being Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So let's keep on heading this way. Yeah?
I like that one too. That's the one I
Well, welcome to Diagon Alley, my friend. So this whole Wizarding World area opened up in 2014 alongside our Hogwarts Express station. Now what came before this area, funny enough, was Amity Island with the Jaws attraction. So where you guys are standing right now, you would be about in chest deep water as a killer robotic shark is pretty much trying to eat you as well as your bones. But this is pretty much picturesque like you would see in the movie. We had partnered up with the production designer, Stuart Craig, who worked on all 8 of the Harry Potter films to bring this whole section to life. So you have all the different iconic sections, like Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, the Leaky Cauldron over there, which funny enough, the sign for the Leaky Cauldron actually leaks water. So we've thought of anything and everything here at Universal. Of course, straight ahead, you have the iconic Gringotts Bank, as well as the right-hand side, Ollivanders, makers of fine wines since 382 BC. And I'm sure you can see the elephant in the room, or the dragon in the room, that huge Ukrainian iron-bellied dragon that has escaped out of Gringotts Bank. Just so you know, a little VIP thing. If you're familiar with that dragon, you may notice that it's gonna breathe out some fire. Going a little tip on how to get the best video possible, a little VIP insider secret, goes off every 10 minutes. So the next time it would go off is at 10:20. So if you're here later, or when we're still in this area, be able to stop, get a cool little video for either your TikTok, Instagram, whatever social media you use. But we're gonna move straight along, my friend. So who's excited for the first ride of the day?
Woo.
We got some hand race, we got some woos, we're still waiting. Amazing. So, first attraction is going to be Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. You guys have the very unique opportunity to tour Gringotts Bank to see if you want to open up your own bank account, as they pride themselves on being the safest place on earth, whether to store all of your money as well as all of your treasured goods. For this one, you're going to be riding on little mine carts in rows of 4 as you venture deep into Gringotts Bank on this 3D motion simulator meets an indoor roller coaster. So, if you haven't been on it before, the vehicle, of course, you're going to be moving down and up alongside little coaster tracks, but you're also going to be tilting backwards, forwards, left, and right, spinning on this one while wearing 3D goggles. In terms of motion sickness, I don't find this one to be incredibly jarring, but if you do find yourself getting motion sick, my best tip to give you is to hold out your hands in front of you and look down at them. If you look at that, that'll kind of realign yourself. But regardless, for this one, if you have any fanny packs or crossbody bags, you're more than welcome to bring these onto there. Any of the backpacks, merchandise bags, I will be able to hold on to while you guys are riding. I'll make sure to take them when we get up there. But with all of this being said, is there anyone who does not want to ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts? Anybody? Bueller? Bueller? All right, well, if you guys follow me out this way, let's get you to the front of the line.
I'll see you guys in about a month.
Alright, now before we venture into Hogsmead Village, we're going to take a quick little restroom stop over here real quick, and then we'll hit up our next ride, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. The attraction is going to be Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. For this one, you're attending a Care of Magical Creatures lesson with the gamekeeper here at Hogwarts, Rubius Hagrid, as you venture on motorbikes in pairs of two, as you venture deep into the Forbidden Forest, seeing all the different magical creatures like glass-ended Scroots, centaurs, pixies, and among others, I got spoil throughout this high-speed outdoor roller coaster. Top speed on this one is 50 miles an hour. There's going to be about 7 different speed boosts on this one. There's a part where you go up and then backward. Besides that, this one is a lot of fun. Like I mentioned earlier, this ride was very popular when it first opened with a wait time of over 10 hours long. Still blows my mind. I don't know if I would wait that long, but this one is definitely worth the front of the line wait for you guys. For this one, there are 2 different seats you could be sitting on. There's a motorbike seat and the sidecar seat. The motorbike is the most accommodating if you need a bit more room or if you're a bit taller. Sidecar, you're going to be a little bit lower to the ground, a bit more of a tamer experience. But if you're wanting to ride on the motorbike or you need the motorbike seat, that's the first seat to get on. So first person motorbike, second person sidecar. Question?
Are you getting motorbike?
Motorbike. Now, with all of this being said, is there anybody who does not want to ride Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure? Are we all game? You're not going to do it? Are you sure? Yeah. This is the one ride that's not covered with your express pass. We're okay? That's not a problem. Are you game? You'll stay with it? Okay. If you guys want to hang tight over here, find a bench and pick you guys up after. Now our next ride is going to take place inside of Hogwarts Castle, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. For this one, you're going to be attending a history lesson with Professor Binns. If you don't know who Professor Binns is, all you need to know is that he's a ghost. So he's going to bore you to death with his history lesson. Luckily, Harry, Ron, and Hermione have caught wind of all of this and are sneaking you outside of the castle to attend your own Quidditch match. Question? No, I'm no ghost here, even though my skin is a little bit thick. We don't talk about that. Now for this attraction, it is a motion simulator where you're raised up in the air as you move from scene to scene. So you're going to be in a bench in pairs of 4 as your vehicle tilts backwards, forwards, left, and right. Drops on this one. In terms of motion sickness, this one can be jarring, as your body can get out of whack with the screen elements as well as the physical elements. So if you do get motion sick, I would recommend sitting this one out. But if you are wanting to be brave and join this ride, I do recommend, like I mentioned earlier before Gringotts, hold out your hands in front of you, look down at those. If you try to close your eyes, your body's gonna get all out of whack, but just hold your hands out in front of you, and that's Jurassic World Velocicoaster.
Every year's out. Just think of that. She's probably 7. And I'm 8 years old. We all
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
I've actually seen Velocicoaster in daylight. We're about to go on it.
Apex Predator roller coasters. It's the newest ride that we have here at Universal. That is a roller coaster. Whole backstory is that Jurassic World, that's a theme park, has been open for the past couple years, and they've decided to up the ante and build a high-speed outdoor roller coaster inside of their Velociraptor paddock. So you'll be going at top speed of 70 miles an hour as you venture through this Velociraptor paddock. And try not to get eaten for this one. This one is a bit unique as you cannot bring anything in your pocket, whether they zip up or close up.
I don't have any pockets.
That's wonderful. So you're already ready. You'll need to take everything out of your pockets. Wallets, phones, keys, anything loose, whether they're metal or not. You'll need to take everything out of your pockets. Bags will not go on as well. But with all of this being said, please raise your hand and keep them raised if you are not riding Velocicoaster. Hey.
Shame.
No, hey. Just so y'all know, this will be covered under your express pass, so if you're feeling a little bit adventurous later, especially at night, this one is amazing to ride at night.
So as it turned out, Velocicoaster went down, but we did go on Jurassic Park River Adventure, which is a motorboat ride with a big drop at the end, based around Jurassic Park. And then went on to Spider-Man, which I'll show you in a bit more detail in a future video when I'm dedicating solely to our adventure. And then we're just on a lunch break now. Gone to Confisco Grill at Port of Entry, and got a starter of artichoke dip with nachos. And for main, I've opted for chicken curry. So I barely finished the nachos and chicken curry came out. So let's just have a look at this. It comes with naan bread and jasmine rice as well. It looks almost like chicken tikka masala consistency. But yeah. I'll tell you something, it's the best curry I've ever had in the theme park. Mind you, it's probably the only curry I've had in the theme park. Yeah, that is quite nice. So, one thing, when you do go to a sit-down restaurant, whether it's in theme parks or just generally in the US, soft drinks are all free refill. So like your Coke and your Sprite, etc. They're all free refill. And your server will either take your current glass away when it's like half full, or they'll keep an eye out when you're getting towards the bottom and bring you a fresh glass out. So I didn't have to ask for a second refill on my Coke, and it is pint-sized glasses as well. So yeah, I'm going to finish this off and then we'll get back to the tour. Well, beating me. I've only probably eaten about half of it. And yeah, it's too much for me. What do you think? Oh, you should be able to eat. Well, that was too much even for me. That would do easily 2 people like that. Easily. For one person, in my opinion, it's too much. But 2 people could easily share that. No problem at all. Right, the curry did not settle well. I felt a bit iffy all afternoon. The first ride we did after lunch in Universal Studios was E.T. Adventure, which is the last remaining opening day ride at Universal Studios. Obviously it's based on Steven Spielberg's classic E.T. There's a little section at the beginning where it's reliving scenes from the film. You get the iconic bit on going through the air on the flying bikes, because the entire ride vehicle is a row of 4 flying bikes, and you get the going over the silhouette over the moon, and then just you get taking E.T. back home because his planet's dying and he's the only one that can help heal this planet with his healing touch. Then after that we went to do Men in Black.
Alien attack to zap some aliens if y'all are ready. Exactly like that.
Is the train screen used from part 3?
Yes. So the Back to the Future Part 3 train was actually used in the movie. The DeLorean over there is just a replica.
I do miss that ride though.
Oh, I wish I got to do it. I heard when it first opened that it was like really intense with people because it would like really jerk you back, stop, especially when you crash through the clock tower.
Yeah.
I heard it was very intense.
Yeah, and to be fair, to the point, was starting to show his age a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing is, all stuff from the 80s is really popular again, isn't it? So
it's coming back. I love it.
yeah, it's just a shame that a little bit behind the times, thinking, oh,
Right.
it's 30 years old, you know, get rid of it, and
Exactly.
then it's like, but you know, one of those. But
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's, I don't know. It's like,
thing is, people my age, I'm 14, not next week after.
yeah.
And people my age with kids, they start watching it with their kids and they get interested in it. It still could have been
around, and I think it would have still like held up today.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. Because the fact that, I mean, Jurassic Park still has like movies coming out with Jurassic World, and that's still relevant. But
I mean, the 30th anniversary tribute store, that was
spectacular.
Yeah.
All the different photo ops.
And the Ian Malcolm, what was it, a cookie or a cupcake?
Yeah, it was like a, oh my gosh, it was like a, God, I think it was like a cupcake, but then they had like a little cookie on top of him.
Yeah.
Like, that is delicious.
So the ride vehicle outside has been under maintenance for quite a while, hasn't it?
Yeah, they definitely refurbed it to look very, very nice. Because before it was looking a little bit weird, I will say.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're finally giving this area some love, you know. Redoing all the brickwork, you know, refurbishing stuff.
Yeah.
Instead of just letting it sit there because we're building a brand new theme park, you know?
Yeah. So I went on Men in Black on Friday.
Yeah.
And I was tied between myself and one other person in my row, and they just beat me to the
button,
to the red button. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I was like 66,000. He was 64,000. He hit the button before I did, and he got 164,000. Like,
oh my God! Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets competitive. I used to work here for a couple of years, so like seeing all the families that get super competitive on the ride vehicle, or like people take it seriously.
Yeah.
Which I think is cool.
So when we went into Men in Black, we went down the single rider lane, because Men in Black's one of the rides where there is a single rider option, and Jacob the tour guide gave us a lot of the tips that as I mentioned the other day, holding down the trigger for the blaster, and when you get to the end of the ride where there's the big alien, press and hold the red button when you hear the word push to get the 100,000 points bonus. And then we went downstairs into the MIB control room, where you could actually get up close and personal with the two aliens from Men in Black that are on the big control panel, and get up close and personal to them, but you couldn't touch them or any of the other props that were in there, but all the desks were set out for MIB agents. And I'll put some footage in now of walking around there, and there are some Easter eggs for other attractions at Universal. So there's alien profiles for Optimus Prime from the Transformers, Kang or Kodos from Simpsons, all laid out on the agents' desks. It is a very accurate representation of what it was like in the film.
He's being banished to prison colony, not cruising down the aisle. So you'll be so seeing we've got more alien bad guys than we can put up with. I had to do thinking. Hey, you guys do Today, all of you will be given the chance to join the most elite agency in the galaxy and become one of the best of the best of the men and women. Soon be trained in a variety of intergalactic surveillance techniques designed to keep our planet safe from the scum of the universe. For some of you, it may mean the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. For others, there's one long-term and proud to perform.
Absolutely. Bottom line, you stick with me, I got you back. And if you really got the skills, you can do it one of these. Look, I'm kind of like an alien expert now, but before I became an agent, my idea of alien business was limited business.
Project Blue One? Yeah, right. One of our biggest hoaxes. These bogus film clips were created by the MIB with the sole purpose of misleading the public to make it think alien contact was rare at best or confined to biplanes glued together. To keep your eyes toward the sky and not here on Earth, where you might find this real alien spacecraft hiding in plain sight all around the globe. Being an icon of the world's fair, the great pyramids of Giza are here to worship the monument. Alien spacecraft are everywhere on this planet, ready to launch at any time. In fact, one of our MIB shuttles is scheduled to blast off later today. Inside this transport ship is a rather nasty gang of alien criminals that we've rounded up for deportation to prison planet LB-428. How goes the launch preparation, H?
I'm sitting well with the Mercurian government, sir. Our shuttle trajectory goes right through their atmosphere.
Can't say I blame them. That's 3 minutes through sector 12.
Now, I know what some of you must be thinking. If all these aliens are running all over the place, how come I haven't seen them? Well, say hello to my little friend.
Then went round to Fast and Furious. I wasn't bothered about that, really not bothered. So I skipped that one out, but then I met back up with the tour group when they'd finished and went to do Revenge of the Mummy, which is a sort of sequel ride to the two Brendan Fraser Mummy movies, where they're filming the third and you're on set and it's all haunted, but after that we actually went underneath the ride. Obviously I couldn't film that because that's behind the scenes, but Jacob did point out that if you looked closely you could still see the track for the ride that was there previously, which was Confrontation, King Kong based ride. You could still see the overhead track for the ride vehicle, and the reason why they didn't take it out because it's all part of the structural integrity of the building. They'd have to take the entire show building down and rebuild it if they ever wanted to take it out. But one of the things Jacob said was there's still potentially a chance that Confrontation could still come back. He liked to think. And then after the Mummy we went back over to Islands of Adventure to finish off with Incredible Hulk Coaster and Velocicoaster. And yeah, that finished off the day for the tour. But like I said, the pass for the ID pass for the tour also added unlimited express. So I went to do Rip Ride Rocket afterwards. I went back over to studios with Jacob the tour guide backstage and did Rip Ride Rocket. The thing with accessing the secret menu to select your own song, I couldn't get it to work. It just, I don't know whether I was pressing the wrong button or what, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get it to work. I don't know, but that's it. I couldn't get it to work properly. And then I went down from Rip Ride Rocket to go on Despicable Me. So when we were going over from Islands of Adventure to Studios, we went through some backstage areas, but we also went through one of the production buildings as well, because it is a functioning film studio as well, like Hollywood Studios was, but Universal still is a fully functioning production studio. Obviously those bits we weren't allowed to take any photos or video in. Jacob talked us through some of the productions that had been on at Universal Studios. There was Sharknado 3 was filmed in the New York section, and Regular Day, I guess, some of them were just background actors, or just in the background of a protest scene of Sharknado 3. There was a music video that was filmed there, but I can't remember the band name now. It was again in the New York section, and that section was flooded. They had a bit of what you call a kiddie pool to keep all the water from spilling out, but they took water from the lagoon and flooded section of the New York area, and they had all production people and the band in this flooded area. The American version of Deal or No Deal was filmed at Universal Studios Florida. The American host was at the time Howie Mandel. He's a bit of he's a lot of a germaphobe. You know, he doesn't like physical contact and things like that. So, and Jacob was like a production assistant, and every day he was like, oh man, I'm so close to being able to talk to Howie Mandel, but he kept his distance because he was told, you know, he's a germaphobe who doesn't like being touched. And he was saying that his brother, on the last day that they were filming there, was on one of the water taxis that go to the hotels on site, and he took a picture of him with his arm around Howie Mandel, and apparently the look on his face was just a picture of terror. And they also filmed an episode of The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon in one of the sound stages. The photo that they had on the wall, because there's loads of photos on the wall, framed photos of all these different productions that had been at Universal Studios Florida. Jimmy Fallon stood next to an elephant, and he's trying to feed it, and he's petrified of that as well. Jacob said that the founder of Universal Studios, when they were building the sound stages, they made the rear doors of the sound stages as large as they did to be able to fit animals inside, and they actually called them elephant doors, so you could actually get an elephant through one of these doors. And then after that we went back out into the back end of Universal Studios Florida by Rip Ride Rocket. So then that's when we started off going through into studios, and then that was it for the tour at Universal. Did buy a little bit of merchandise at in the Universal Legacy store in City Walk, and then came back to the hotel. That's it. That curry, it didn't settle in my stomach very well. I was feeling a bit iffy all afternoon, like I've said. And that's what held me off a little bit from doing some more filming and whatnot. And so, yeah, thanks for watching. If you liked it, click the like button underneath and consider subscribing and clicking on the notification bell to let you know when new videos are going to be uploaded to the channel. So I'll see you in a bit.